Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the first Gangplank player who has managed to hit Challenger after the crit changes, who is my good friend over here, Plank. We'll be taking a look at his gameplay and kind of analyzing what his strengths really are and how he manages to win most of his games in high elo. As you can see, he's currently ranked 277 on the US server and he's 650 LP Challenger, with an impressive 60% win rate only on Gangplank. If you take a look at the leaderboards of all Gangplank mains, you can see that he is indeed the first one who has managed to hit Challenger only playing Gangplank. You can see on Deep LoL as well, Challenger. The second closest is this Brazilian Gangplank main. I don't know how you say his name, but he's very close, I think, to Brazilian Challenger as well. You can see I've been through all these leaderboards. There is no one else who has been Challenger or is like waiting for his promotion. Everyone else is either sitting in Master Tier or Grandmaster right now. So let's take a deeper look at Plank's profile. As I said before, he has an impressive and a very solid 60% win rate over 124 games. In his last 20 games, he has 15 wins and 5 losses. This guy went on an insane streak in the past few days. Let me just see like what his win rate is at. 28 wins, 12 losses, so a 70% win rate over 40 games, which is just really impressive. I don't know how you can be this consistent playing Gangplank, but he managed to do it. If we take a quick look at the runes, you can see he goes a little bit of everything. I think it's very matchup dependent probably. He goes First Strike, Grasp, Fleet, Grasp, Precision, Grasp, Inspiration. There's a little bit of everything here. He doesn't really one trick a certain rune page or whatever. He takes what he needs in the matchup, or maybe what he feels like he needs. He mostly takes TP though. He is mostly a TP player. I see him go Grasp, Ignite here a few times versus Zed and Akali, it seems like, but he is a 99% TP player. Now, to introduce Plank a little bit more, to give him more of a background, Plank is no stranger to being high elo in the US. Right? He's hit Grandmaster since Season 9. It was the first time he hit Grandmaster. I think Season 8 is the first time he hit Master. I think that's also when he picked up Gangplank, or maybe it was Season 7. But anyways, as you can see, he consistently hovers around Grandmaster, and he peaked Challenger. So last season, second split, he hit 1k LP Challenger. Previous split, this season, he has hit 715 LP Challenger. And so now this split, which is S14 split 2, he has hit in Challenger once again. But we'll be taking a look a little bit at his gameplay and see what he does exactly that makes him so consistent and makes him such a good Gangplank, especially on a competitive server as EU, right? I think we can safely call him like the best Gangplank in EU, even though I know that Solar Baka also plays on EU. I'm gonna give it to Plank because Plank actually originates from EU, so it's a bit more fair. The one thing I've noticed about Plank in most of his games is that he actually has a pretty standard laning phase. He doesn't play overly aggressive. He doesn't play overly defensive. He punishes where he can, like he goes for trades whenever he can, right? But it's really like his mentality throughout the game. He stays super calm, doesn't like tilt or anything. He keeps farming, doesn't go for like risky plays. He really just does what's like correct to do with his champion. It's really after the laning phase where Plank starts shining. He plays the fight so well, recognizes the situation, knows who he has to focus. That's really where he starts shining. Here he has his Infinity Edge and Collector completed, and you will see he will go for a beautiful barrel here on the back line. I'll play it back like this so you can see. They have no vision of him right here. Puts the first barrel, hides inside the corner. They have no clue that he's there. Once Nautilus flash is over, it's way too late, and he hits a beautiful crit barrel that half-lives, a little bit more half-lives both the LeBlanc, which basically wins them the fight. And another thing to notice here in the same play is how he recognizes the terrain very well. It's the ocean map here. So hiding his barrels, the first barrel is hidden right here from vision, basically, like normal vision. But the second barrel is actually hidden in this bush, which is like from the ocean map. And they don't see it because the bush is not even warded. So they don't see it, because what he's technically doing here is he's removing all counterplay from his opponents. The counterplay to Gangplank barrels are obviously that you can destroy them, right? But if you can never see them, then you're just guaranteed to hit them. Out of nowhere, getting hit by I'm not sure how much damage it did. I think it was full life, so it was like 1.2k barrel. Just out of nowhere, like a beautiful recognition from Plank. Here's another example in the exact same game still. His team is getting caught off here. He just TP'd to mid tower. You see how he placed the second barrel in the bush. This is just to remove the counterplay. Like, there's 3 champions here, they can all hit the barrels. Most Gangplank players, this is not a diss, but most Gangplank players will put the barrels like on top of the champions, or like they will just put it anywhere. But Plank realizes that that doesn't work, and he places his barrels outside of the vision. Because there's a pink ward here, by the way. Maybe I should show it. So there's a pink ward here. That's why, like, there's no. He knows that there's no vision there, and so the enemy doesn't see it. This Jhin was CC'd. He gets the barrel off on the Jhin, and then chases for the Nautilus next. His overall like positioning in team fights is just really beautiful. I have another one here. See, they just took Baron. Does a triple barrel. So after using the true damage to kill the Alistar, the next focus here is the Jhin. As you can see, he actually, there you see he walks back. He pretends to change his focus, right? And then that's the moment where Jhin thinks I can start auto-attacking him. But he actually then swaps back to the Jhin. And Jin's auto-attack is on cooldown now. So he gets a free barrel. And then finishes off the Dion, who's right behind them. Like I said, he plays his fights, very micro decisions, plays them beautifully. Now, when it comes to items and build paths, Plank doesn't really like to waste any time, and he usually builds straight into Infinity Edge. Recently, he's been doing more of double cloak after Triforce. He's been buying that a lot more often recently. The whole discussion about like double cloak after Triforce or after SS Reaver, for example, last season, is that it kind of delays your second item, because you're spending 1,200 gold on basically like gamble damage, right? Even though it does increase the damage on your passive, because your passive does scale with crit chance, and your E slow also scales with crit chance. Before he would do, I remember, because I was checking his match history, before he would, here you see he was like testing out with lethality, and he would also do Infinity Edge Rush. I think he wouldn't build double cloak. Oh well, he would still build double cloak actually, but he does Infinity Edge Rush. He does double cloak into Infinity Edge Rush basically. You can see here double cloak after Triforce almost every single game. Now the last thing I want to talk about with Plank is that when he's not running with the moment, like he is a massive snowball player. Like when he gets a lead with Gangplank, he just basically takes it to the bank. He most of the time wins those games because he just gets really fed. But when he doesn't, he still doesn't like give up. He is amazing both from ahead and behind, which I think is really the key to wanting to climb with Gangplank. Is you need to play around your level spikes and your item spikes, which he does in most of his games. This game, he had a really rough laning phase against Twisted Fate. He was, I think before this fight, he was 2-8. But he keeps defending the waves. He keeps, like, he doesn't int when he doesn't have to, right? Whenever you get dove, whatever, as Gangplank, we all know that you cannot, like, avoid it or whatever. but it's still important to be there and to still try your best in every single fight, because when you crit you will still do damage, and that's kind of his mentality, especially in like a bot lane centered meta. You really don't want to give up, especially if your bot lane is like ahead in the current game that you're playing. So he has an amazing mentality, from ahead really like aggressive, really takes over the game, and from behind he just chills, plays for his power spikes, and I think that's what makes him such a good and like solid Gangplank player. So yeah, I think that's about it for Plank and his secrets in this video. Congratulations to Plank, obviously, for being the first Gangplank after crit changes to hit Challenger. While all hope was looking lost, he just didn't care at all and effortlessly just climbs back to Challenger like it's nothing. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this, if you want me to look at any other high elo Gangplank players from other regions. So yeah, you can follow Plank on his Twitch channel also. He streams at lolplank. Very chill guy. And yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video and who you want to see next. That's about it. Thank you for watching. See you.